What up, everybody? This is your Cosmic Homegirl, and I am here to deliver the weekly forecast for the week that starts November 15th of 2020, and we're covering all the way to November 22nd of 2020. We are getting super duper close to the end of 2020, and hopefully that it's the end of like this weird ass year. Like the energy of this year being so weird, right? Hopefully that's gonna be changing very soon. Okay. Before we jump into the forecast, just want to remind you guys that I do still have November 2020 horoscope videos available on my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com. On the horoscopes page, the November horoscopes are $3.33. You know your girl can talk, okay? So I cover a lot for your sign for the month of November, including the eclipse we're having at the end of the month. What is that doing for you? Eclipses are huge, life-changing events. So if you want to know how it's going to affect you, only $3.33, okay? So that's on my website. Also, oh, this still says coming soon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. I think I forgot to refresh this one. Yes, because here we go. It's updated now. Okay. So 2021 yearly horoscopes. I have those also available. So New Year is almost here. If you want to know how it's going to go for your sign, these are $15 at this time. Okay. And I talk for like 90 minutes, roughly around 90 minutes for each sign to let you know how your year is going to go based on your sign. Now, if you get the one for your rising sign, it's the most accurate, but also your sun sign and even your moon sign can tell you like about your year. Okay. So I cover everything, the eclipses, the Mercury retrograde, periods of the whole year, the north and south nodes, what are the best times for love, what are the best times for career for you based on your sign, the major outer planetary movement, like all that shit, like I cover it all. Okay. So yeah, those are available on my website. The 2021 is almost here, so you definitely want to check those out. Okay. And I'll leave the link to my page, of course, in this video or below the video. Also, if you guys, speaking of love and money, and that's what most people tune into astrology about, is either love or money. All right. So the money part, my homegirl, the astrology lady, Apollonia. You guys have seen me partner with her, collab with her on my channel on our long talks, usually like the Venus retrograde videos I've done with her. We have a lot of fun discussions. She keeps it all the way real as well. So she has a workshop about astrology and money. How to look at your finances through astrology, and with Uranus and Taurus kind of like fucking up money for people because Taurus rules money. Uranus just throws you on a totally different path that you didn't expect. You might want to know what your astrological chart says about money for you. So she has a workshop that's coming up this week. Okay. So if you want to reserve a seat, she goes in just like how I go in, she goes in on the details. Okay, so I will leave the link to this also below, and she has another workshop this week, which is on Friday, November 20th. You don't want to miss this either. This is about dating. Okay, so she goes over how to find in your chart like attraction factors, who you attract, who you're attracted to, because those could be two different things. The times for dating, for you, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, she will be hosting a website. It's from $45, but yo, trust me, it's worth it. She really gives so much information. I mean, if you go on her YouTube channel, like her videos are long on this topic because she goes in. So definitely don't want to miss out on these. I'll leave the links to everything below. Okay. All right, guys. So now let's get into what's popping this week. So we're coming off of a new moon in Scorpio. How's everybody feeling with that? Anytime there is a lunar event in Scorpio, a new moon, a full moon, or an eclipse, People make a really big deal about it and talk about transformation and letting go and all that stuff. Some of it could be a little corny and like exaggerating, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, Scorpio does rule transformation and letting go, so it's absolutely true. So hopefully everybody is doing well. Scorpio energy does dive pretty deep within your emotions and like traumatic experiences you've been through and like all kinds of stuff. Scorpio is just a really deep sign. So I hope everybody survived okay. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing good. You guys know that's my rising sign, so that means it's the first house of the self. So if you follow me on social media, you know I've been posting like hella selfies, which I haven't been doing for a while. So it is kind of like a lot of Scorpios are coming out of the shadows under this new moon, whereas some people are hiding in the darkness. You know, Scorpios are like, hey, darkness, that's me, I'm here. You know, we come out and we're still wearing the darkness, the shadow of the darkness. The darkness of the shadow is on us, but we're still like, I'm here, hello, peeking like one little eyeball out, you know. So anyway, hopefully I'm not annoying people with my selfies, but shit, it's about time, okay? It's about time I'm not a bum and, you know, actually do something with myself and take some selfies, okay? So, anyhow, yes, new moon in Scorpio. We're coming up off of that energy as we start the week. And I am recording this after the 15th, so I'm not going to get too much into that day, but we are under a Sagittarius moon until the 17th. All right, so the 16th and 17th, the moon is in Sagittarius, and we also have Venus squaring Jupiter. We have Venus square Jupiter. Venus is 23 degrees Libra, Jupiter is 23 degrees Cap, so they're forming an exact square on the 16th, and we have moon in Sagittarius. Venus rules money and love. Jupiter is like jumping and flying towards things and after things without really looking into the details and the consequences. So just be careful with like spending like over when we have Jupiter and Sagittarius and Jupiter and or Sagittarius energy, but we have both in this guy right now very heavily. You want to be careful when it does come to overdoing things. Like you can promise more than you can deliver. You can overeat, overdrink, overspend, overdo like taking consuming things, you know, even like like drinking alcohol, you know, or like if you know, participate in any type of escapism through substances, you know what I'm saying, grown people, you can overdo it under this energy. Okay, now this square is exact on the 16th, but it does tend to linger throughout the rest of the week, so just be aware of that. But the fact that we have a Sag moon until the 17th and this energy popping, yeah, be careful with your decisions based on love and money. But it can create optimism, even though it's a square. You can either be overly optimistic or not optimistic enough. You can feel like a sense of lack, like the grass is greener elsewhere. If I had this, or if I lived over here, you know, maybe my life would be better, but you're not really like seeing the details, you know? There can be either like you lack in gratitude and expression of it, or maybe you can be overly gracious and, you know, have a lot of gratitude towards things, that's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, be careful with if you're trying to be on any type of a budget, you can overspend, you know, or overeat, like they say, the eyes are bigger than the stomach. That saying. Venus square Jupiter day and a moon in Sag. Hey, yeah, you may want to watch that. So unless you're trying to get thick, which is like the thing now, Sagittarius energy is one of the signs that rules being thick. That's why you see all this like get thick, you know, you guys notice everything used to be about weight loss. Everything used to be about weight loss, slimming down. I need to lose weight. And now, especially all the women are trying to get thick. But you know what? I'm not mad at that personally. Okay. Personally, I'm not mad at that, but it's like a trendy thing now. Have you guys noticed that? That's because Sagittarius energy rules being thick, especially in the lower part of your body, like the hips, the thighs, the buttocks. Sag energy rules those areas, and the Pluto in Sagittarius generation, Pluto rules obsession. So, you know, if you were born like in the mid 90s to the late 2000s, that's the Pluto and Sag generation, and you could be like obsessed with being thick, or if you could be attracted to that type of a look in others, you know what I mean? So that's why everybody is all about that, you know. And I think it's cool personally because it balances things out. It doesn't make everything so much about everybody needs to lose weight and wants to lose weight, because that's not true. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that have always wanted to gain weight all these years, and there was like very little to no information out there on how to do that, and now that's growing. And you know, trends are kind of annoying, but at least that's like, you know, showing people, hey, there's another side to the whole body image thing. That's everybody just doesn't want to be skinny, you know, like that's not ideal to everybody. And there's people that are attracted to, you know, right? You know what I mean? I can go on and on and on, but Venus does rule appearance and beauty and everything, and it's aspecting Jupiter. So that's just something that's kind of being brought to my attention like extra right now. Okay. And maybe some of you guys too might be noticing that. But anyhow, so we have the moon in Sagittarius until the 17th. And then it moves into stingy old Capricorn. And I know some Caps might get mad and say, I'm not stingy, da, 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 da. But if you have no sense of humor and no sense of what sarcasm is, you can exit stage left off of my channel, okay? Because we are goofballs over here, and we characterize the signs and the planets, and we keep it real. So yeah, the moon goes into Capricorn, so it goes from like, woo, turn up, party, spend money, hey, throw it in the air, woo, twerking, and with the moon in Sag, and then the moon is in Cap, it's like, oh, dang, it's kind of like the moon in Sag is like partying, and then the moon in Cap is like the next day when you're hungover and you look around and like your house is trashed, and you look at your bank account and you're like, oh shit, really? what was I doing last night? And you get into responsibility mode, you know, and clean up your life. That's the moon in Cap after the moon in Sag. But yeah, it's not literally going to be like that for everyone, but just energetically, like you can just really take a more serious look at your life during moon and Capricorn days and be more about business and responsibility. So the moon was in a Capricorn on the 17th. Also, we do have a Mercury opposing Uranus exactly on the 17th. But I think the 16th, it could be the 16th, depending upon your time zone. Yeah, it's like really early in the morning on the 17th. Yeah, it's the 17th. Yeah. So pretty much Mercury, but this aspect has been building up. This is a repeat of October 7th, and I can't read my tiny ass handwriting. October 7th and October 19th, I believe. So, you know, like mid-October-ish, we had this aspect popping because Mercury, remember, went retrograde in Scorpio, and it's been making this aspect, okay, during that time. So what this does is it does make people a little more outspoken, even though Mercury is in Scorpio, which is a very secretive, quiet, observant sign. Doesn't just go blah, you know, like diarrhea of the mouth like some other like fire sign Mercury, or you know what I'm saying? It's more like discreet and chill. But when Mercury opposes Uranus is not discreet or chill. He gives 0 F's. Uranus energy is about just like saying whatever's on your mind. It is about verbal diarrhea. Like, okay, I don't want to say anything gross, but let's stray away from that. But Uranus does rule surprising, shocking, all of a sudden, like explosions of things that just come out of nowhere. So Mercury opposing Uranus could mean you verbally, like that's what you do. You just say whatever in the moment. And then you can have that foot and mouth syndrome, like they say, that old saying, which means like you say something, then you regret it a second later. Like, oh snap, did I really say that? But then you think about it, you're like, fuck it. Yeah, I said it, whatever. So that's this energy. So you may want to keep that in mind. And if you're in any type of setting to where you do have to keep your what you say under control and like proper, you know what I'm saying, follow rules, because Uranus breaks rules. So if it's aspecting Mercury, the way that you speak is in a way that's like not following any rules. So like if you work a corporate type of job, or you're in some professional setting or something, or you have to be around like talk to like elders or people that you have to really, watch yourself with what you say around, you may get yourself in trouble on the 17th especially. So just be aware. But this is a very fun energy too. It's very like wacky, weird, and also Uranus is about being authentically true to oneself. So Mercury opposing that can mean that like you can, like, maybe things that you're quiet about, when people like oppose your views and your thoughts and your opinions, and you can like express yourself in a way that's like, man, F everybody who's not down with this that I'm down with, or who's not down with me and what I do and what I believe in. You can see people as an opposition, as challenging your authenticity, your ability to speak authentically and be authentic. Okay, so yeah, this opposition can activate people to be like, now wait a second, and just like feel the need to defend their individuality and their uniqueness. If you label yourself belonging to any specific group, especially if it's like a group that's considered the underdog or outsiders in any type of way, you may feel like you have to speak in defense of that group or label that you represent. Or, some people may want to speak about their individuality and not like necessarily be defensive about it. It's just be proud and like, hey, everybody, this is me and I am this label and I belong to this group and yada, 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 yada. Or there could be a lot of like middle finger to society and rules talk and posts on social media on this day, stuff like that. Okay. And people may want to talk about topics that are just outside the norm, or people may just really be cracking a lot of crazy, weird jokes. I noticed that with this energy the last time around in October, that me and my some of my best girlfriends, we were just like off the chain with our humor, like sending each other the goofiest memes. I mean, constantly throughout the day. It wasn't just like, once or twice. No, it was like all day we were laughing about the dumbest shit ever. So this energy can be fun. In opposition, you see the red line, you're like, ree, 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 ree. Like it's like scary, but no, it's actually not that bad. All right, so that's on the 17th. It kind of like counteracts the Capricorn energy, right? Like Capricorn energy is all like mad serious, but Mercury opposing Uranus is like goofy, very loose with the words. All right, so on the 19th, this is when we have the moon going into Aquarius. Okay, so yeah, the moon will actually meet like Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter starting on the 18th and into the 19th. So, we have the Mercury and Uranus opposition, but then all this Capricorn disciplinarian energy in the sky. Yeah, watch what you say. Watch what you say. You may just say whatever and then, offend very strict, rigid people. Especially if you answer to anyone, they may look at you like, did you really just say that? And blah, blah, blah. Okay. But yeah, the 19th is when the moon moves into Aquarius, like, midday, later in the day or something. Of course, U.S. time, West Coast U.S. time. But yeah, moon in Aquarius. So that combined with Mercury opposing Uranus. Uranus rules the sign of Aquarius. And then the moon is going to be like squaring it. So there's going to be a lot of like rebellious energy in the air around the 19th. Like, when we're ending this week, there's probably going to be even more talk about radical things, conspiracy theories, different ideals, different groups, and their rights and all of that stuff. You may see more of that this week than usual, even though that topic is popping a lot in 2020. But yeah, just the energy of this week, focusing in on it, there's going to be more. And yeah, you personally in your own personal life may just feel more rebellious and like you don't want to follow rules, you want to break them. You want to dress different. You want to express your individuality and all of that. But we do have Venus square Saturn on this day too, though. Okay, so Venus is squaring Saturn, and that's kind of like there's these two conflicting energies in the sky because we have Mercury opposing Uranus. Whatever, I do what I want, and I have no restrictions and F the rules. Venus squaring Saturn, Venus can be you expressing yourself, especially through how you look, like fashion, art, creativity. And then the square to Saturn is like, ooh, it's like restricting. You can feel kind of confined and restricted, or maybe that you feel like outside forces are doing this to you, and then you rebel against it, with your words or something, with the Mercury-Uranus opposition. But Venus square Saturn can also be, you're checking yourself on things like your finances, which Venus rules money and what you spend it on. And then Saturn is like, his arms are folded and he's looking at you with a scowl. Like, what the you doing, kid? So, yeah, you can have either yourself. This is an inner thing to where you're looking at like your financials and you're like, yo, I've been doing a little too much. Or you may feel a sense of lack in a certain area. Because Saturn, it like dries up when it touches, and it is aspecting, aka touching Venus, so it can dry up your Venusian energy, dry up your joy a little bit, dry up, you feel like your money well is dry. You may feel like your phone is dry. You may, like, especially if you're involved with anyone romantically or you want to be, excuse me, you can feel like, oh, nobody loves me, nobody's hitting me up, my phone is dry. Or if you do talk to people mostly on social media, it's like, oh yeah, I'm not getting no notifications, nobody's like reaching out to me. Some people can feel more of a lack of confidence with this Venus square Saturn, and be really looking at their appearance like, oh my god, I'm this, I'm that, ooh, I need to work on this, because Saturn rules hard work. So you could feel like, I need to work on myself, oh my gosh. And then Venus has to do with your own like value of yourself. So maybe you can feel like Saturn is telling you, your Venus, you ain't worth shit. Okay? So you feel like, oh, okay, Saturn, I'm not. What do I got to work on? And then he tells you, well, you need to get it together. You need to work out or this or that to change your appearance. You need to get your finances in order. You need to blah, blah. It can make you have a lack of confidence, to be honest. But Venus square Saturn challenges you to be better with Venusian things. So you could feel like Saturn's bullying you, whooping your ass, beating you up, talking shit to you or whatever. But it's a tough love. Saturn's energy is about tough love. But yeah, don't let it make you feel like too like depressed or, afraid to take action with things that you want to do. Okay. All right. So what was that? Oh yeah. Okay. So then we have the 21st. Oof. There's some major things changing on the 21st. First of all, Miss Venus, she moves into Scorpio. OM to the mother G. Venus in Scorpio. Okay, what does this mean? So Venus is going to be in Scorpio until... Really? I didn't write it... Jeez. Mercury in shadow. Oh my gosh. So Venus is going to be in Scorpio until mid-December, until December 15th. Okay, so yeah, for like 3 weeks we have Venus in Scorpio and joining Mercury in Scorpio. Yo. And for like a hot second, the sun is still in Scorpio, but he's going to shift on the 21st as well. But we have Venus and Mercury in Scorpio. If you're not rocking some gear that is all black, okay, if you're not rocking some sunglasses, some lokes, some shades over your eyeballs, if you're not rocking some chains and lace and leather jackets, looking like a badass stuntin', some boots, okay, any type of boots, but especially ones that look real like badass, like you can really like whoop some ass in those boots, then I don't know what you're doing under energy like this. So Venus enters Scorpio. It's like, yo, bring out the harnesses, like I said, the chains, the leather, the lace, okay, the red lipstick, the burgundy lipstick, the black lipstick, the goth looks. Bring it all out and be proud and unapologetic. So that's the look of Venus in Scorpio. It's very like bad girl, bad boy type of a look. Bad boy, bad boy, bad girl. Anyway, hopefully nobody takes offense to that. Oh my God, if you're a sensitive ass and you don't understand that I'm a goofball that just does random accents and it's not meant to be offensive. It's just who I've been since I was a little kid, because I enjoy different accents and dialects, okay? Like, just because, then please step, all right? Nobody has time for that. I've had comments like that before. I just erase them and block them because it's bullshit. Just go away if you have no sense of humor, please. Anyway, so yeah, that's Venus in Scorpio. Now, Venus ruling like how we express ourselves in love. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Scorpio energy, yes, it could be jealous, it could be possessive, it could be very passionate too, very protective. Lord have mercy. Like, protective, some people can go overboard with it under Venus and Scorpio, but some people are just they just make you feel safe, you know, just okay. So but Venus and Scorpio, yeah, some people can go into like stalker modes and be super obsessed with people and like creeping on people. Hopefully nobody has to deal with that. And sometimes under a lot of Scorpio energy, yeah, you do get the creeps that send you unwanted, you know, for those that attract men, unwanted D pics, okay, stuff like that. Because I was gonna say just people in general, but I can't imagine someone who's into women receiving a naked picture of a woman and being offended by it. I don't think there's one masculine person out there that would be offended by a feminine sending them that. Like, I just can't. I just can't fathom it. But anyway, so yeah, but unwanted advances, because people, I don't know, people can act kind of creepy under Scorpio energy. I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm a Scorpio, like, I admit some people are like that, but you can attract that to you more. It does bring out the weird. You guys, if I could show you this picture of this man that was being a creep, because once again, I'm a Scorpio, I attract this, okay? It's just embedded within our lives as Scorpios. But I had this man one time, like, he was obsessively trying to message me, but he was in another folder because I didn't know him. And then when I finally opened that folder, there was like all these messages from him. Hey, like day after day after day after day for months. Hey. And then he would send photos of himself. They weren't like naked perv photos, but they were just of his face, and his eyes were so huge and like googly and just staring. I'm like, oh my God, where's the Scorpio in this man's chart? Do I even want to know? Oh my God. But it's kind of comical now because I did block him and and all kinds. I had to do all kinds of stuff that wasn't very fun or funny. But now that that situation's over, looking back, I really wish I could show you guys the pictures though. Like, he just googling into the camera, like staring like intensely, and it's creepy and it's kind of funny. But yeah, when there's Scorpio energy heavy in the air, it does bring those creepers out. So just be careful, you guys. But also your inner creep, if you have the tendency to like creep on people, Venus in Scorpio and Mercury in Scorpio together, yo, just try to control yourself, okay? Because you don't want to scare people. That's not how you attract people, all right? But yeah, with Venus and Scorpio, when it comes to matters of love and stuff, you want to go deeper than when it was in Libra. When it's in Libra, it's like, oh, hey, oh my God, I like what you're wearing. Oh, you're handsome, you're beautiful. It's like, that type of thing. But then when it's in Scorpio, it's like, look deeply in my eyes and tell me. It just makes me think of the show Lucifer once again, because the actor that plays Lucifer is a Scorpio sun sign. I think he has Venus in Scorpio too. I know he has something else in Scorpio, but yeah, that's totally a Scorpio thing, is like, looking into someone's eyes and being like, tell me, what is it that you truly desire? That's Scorpio all day. So, but we crave that when Venus is there. We don't want the superficial surface level. Did you see the sports stats? Did you hear about this on the news, while your eyes are darting around the room at other stuff and then interrupting the conversation with something else irrelevant and then staring down at your phone while someone's talking to you? No. Get that shit the out of here. When Venus and Mercury are in Scorpio, no. It's time to really sit and listen and respond, okay? So I know there's a lot of air and fire signs that are going to be hella annoyed with this energy. Like, I got to listen. I have to sit. Oh my God. I can't. So, but water and earth signs are going to be loving this. Okay. So anyway, what else with Venus and Scorpio? Yeah, just people will be very much more protective over their money, their assets, their material things, and just some people may be more private under this energy. And yeah, you will see more photos of people that are like they're halfway in a shadow, or you don't see their eyes in a picture, stuff like that, or people may go off the radar a little bit more, okay, and just be more low key during this time. I think I talked more about Venus and Scorpio in the November video, the overall November video that is still up on my channel if you want to check that out. But yeah, Venus in Scorpio, yes. But right away, she opposes Uranus, which is very uncomfortable energy for stable Scorpio. Scorpio's a fixed sign. Uranus is in a fixed sign too, but Uranus is not fixed energy. Remember, it's wobbly, it's weird, it's unpredictable. So there can be some unpredictability when it comes to love and money for like the first couple weeks that Venus is in Scorpio. Maybe people do pop out of the shadows out of nowhere in your life and you're like, whoa, where'd you come from? And there's sparks flying and it's like super dope. Or maybe, you do have money that you randomly gain or lose. There can be a random breakup or something under this energy. But yeah. So anyway, Venus is in Scorpio until December 15th. And we have the moon moving into, the sun moving into Sagittarius on the 21st as well. So it's going to let the season to party begin. The only thing is this year we have that pesky little Rona, and just as a lot of spiritualists, like astrologers and, psychics and stuff had predicted, there is a spike in the Rona in November, and we can't really do Sagittarian things like we want to. It sucks. Like Sagittarius season, it's like the holiday season. Yeah, for those who celebrate Christmas, that is technically when the sun's in Capricorn, but preparing for it is during Sagittarius season. So we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas. I know there's other holidays, but I'm in the US and those are the main ones that everybody's focused on. That's what you see advertised everywhere, bugging the shit out of you while you're just trying to peacefully browse through social media or like watch videos. Everything is about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Or when you go to the grocery store, it's like that's what you're surrounded by. So anyway, usually people gather with family, with friends, loved ones, but we can't really gather like we usually do, So Sag season isn't going to be as big of the turn up as it usually is. But the thing that's really cool about Sag energy is it rules optimism and having faith in things and always being able to see a brighter day, being able to turn lemons into lemonade, turn bad situations into good, like being able to see the good in every situation and saying no worries and stuff like that. That's all Sagittarian. And just still smiling no matter what, that's that energy too, being positive. So at least it'll uplift our spirits to have this energy present, even amongst, oh, I can't really meet up with everybody and all that. Well, the sun and Sag will help us to still be able to make the best of what we have and be grateful. So yeah, that's good news right there. So the sun is in Sag from November 21st until December 21st. So yeah, you guys, Sag energy is about eat, drink, and be merry. And don't worry about tomorrow when it comes to spending, when it comes to enjoying yourself, Yeah, so Sag energy is about travel, which is also like, I think there's still restrictions on travel in a lot of places in the world. So that kind of sucks. You can't really like indulge in that part of the energy. But I'm sure people will still find their ways to go on little road trips, safely and things like that. So that's what Sagittarius energy is about. Celebration of just living and breathing, and being extra opinionated and expressing those opinions. Sag energy is heavily into politics. And if you possess Sag energy in your chart and you say, listen, nobody gives a shit. The general energy of Sagittarius, very opinionated, knows what's going on in the world and is about those things, politics. Okay. So a lot of people will be much more expressive about their beliefs because politics are associated with beliefs. I'm not into politics at all, but I am aware of, like astrological placements, their energies, and who acts in what ways based on it. So yeah, and the energy that's given to us, and how we react to it. So yeah, expect people to be really on their shit when it comes to expressing their views. Okay, so yeah, that's the sun in Sag. Now we have the moon moving into Pisces on the 21st. Let's see, the moon moves into Pisces on the 21st, and yeah, it's like late at night on the 21st, or it's into the 22nd in other areas of the world, but the moon stays in Pisces until the 24th. I'm only covering through the 22nd. So we have a moon in Pisces, part of this weekend, and it's more energy that's like being a mermaid, being a hippie, being a unicorn, just floating in your own time zone and enjoying music and movies and escapism. And some people smoking out and drinking, escapism, all that is Pisces energy. Pisces is creative. Pisces is spiritual. So that's the type of vibe we will be in. And eventually the moon will meet with Neptune in Pisces. Yeah, that's more like late at night on the 22nd and into the 23rd, okay? But the moon inches towards Neptune. So Sunday, the 22nd, could be kind of a lazy day. It can be because of this energy. People may sleep in later, just be extra sleepy, tired, exhausted, not paying attention to time, not paying attention to schedules, things like that. But yeah, you guys, that is the week for everybody, for all of us. That's what the cosmic weather is. So hopefully you guys are able to use this to navigate okay, and you have a good week. Don't forget about the horoscopes I have on my website for November, including the eclipse at the end of the month, and also the yearly horoscopes, which include a whole freaking lot of stuff. Your girl can talk, okay? So 90 plus minutes of how your year is going to go based on your sign. And don't forget about my homegirl, the astrology lady. She has a money workshop and she has a dating and love workshop this week only. Okay, so you do want to check those out. Very much worth the money and time. Okay, so I will see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves. Stay Rona free. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.